NAEXI here! We are talking about Aikatsu today. What is Aikatsu exactly? Well, it's a lot of different things, and although it started as an arcade game, it eventually spawned a multimedia franchise encompassing 5 anime adaptations, 3 movies, 3 manga adaptations, 6 3DS games, a MOBA, and several live idol events. I want to dive into the world of Aikatsu and hopefully get you interested in the franchise because it truly has so much to offer. In the wise words of my Lord and Savior Pinky Pop Hepburn, Aikatsu Omido. The franchise has always and will always be geared towards children and preteen girls. Not unlike Precure, but it has captured the hearts of idol fans of all ages. Aikatsu is short for Idoru Katsuro, which means idol activity. It's pretty self-explanatory. The game plot revolves around you helping the idols in their promotional activities. It began as an arcade collectible card game, meaning you could purchase and collect packs of cards containing various clothing items that would assist the idols in-game. These cards vary in tops, bottoms, shoes, and accessories, but when you get a matching set, it's called a cord. Here are some pictures of my own cards that I've managed to collect over the years. The arcade game is part of Bandai's Data Cardass line of machines that mainly focuses on the use of collectible trading cards for use in-game. It is a rhythm-styled arcade game, which also inspired the multitude of 3DS games as well as the MOBA Photo on Stage. Photo on Stage, unfortunately, ended its service back in 2018, but it's fondly remembered since it was the only gacha MOBA that Aikatsu had and was more accessible to overseas fans. To coincide with new banner pools, they would release music videos with art from the cards, giving us a constant stream of content with songs that wouldn't otherwise be featured. This also helped shine the light on older characters even when newer series were airing. Remember when Ichigo and Aoi got married? I do. I used to have screenshots of my final hours on the app, but I guess I was stupid and deleted them. I had this Sora though, and I miss her every day of my life. The 3DS iterations vary in storylines, but remain rhythm games with dress-up elements mixed in as well. Since they are made for children, the base gameplay is pretty easy, sometimes with only 2 or 3 nodes to tap. They were never released in any other language, so if you want to play them, you'll have to own a Japanese 3DS. The anime began to air in 2012, within the same month that the arcade game was released. There are 5 series in total: the original Aikatsu, Aikatsu Stars, Aikatsu Friends, Aikatsu on Parade, and Aikatsu Planet, none of which are localized and span multiple seasons, movies, and specials. It's not the easiest series to get into, simply because the lack of localization prevents that. Fans have been pushing for it for years, but it just hasn't happened yet. The phrase, "Watch Aikatsu," has made its rounds on Twitter, and anytime Crunchyroll releases news on the series, the replies are usually bombarded with pleas to obtain the rights. Each anime series has a multitude of characters and personalities, which makes picking an Oshi difficult because they are all so lovable. There are usually anywhere from 1 to 3 main characters in every series, and the plot tends to follow them closely as they learn and grow into top idols. There are never really any life-changing challenges that the characters have to face, and when there are, they never come out of it with hard feelings. Overall, the anime is all good vibes. It's repetitive but fun and easygoing. Keep in mind, it's an anime made for kids, so it's not plot-heavy and mostly episodic in nature. The main pull of the series, for me at least, is the music and performances. I do have to warn you that the original CGI is very rough and clunky, but as the series develops, it improves immensely. The performance scenes eventually become some of the most beautiful imagery in the show, and in my opinion are better than what a lot of other idol anime have to offer. The discography is all-encompassing, with many different genres and styles. Anything from pop to rock to EDM, as well as your more traditional fua-fua sounding idol music. These styles also line up with the characters' personalities and chords within the show. There's something for everyone to enjoy, and I guarantee you'll find at least one song to like. If you have Spotify, there will be a few links in the description to my favorite albums, so go give them a listen. Then let me know in the comments if you found a song you really like. I'm really trying to push the Aikatsu agenda, so you will listen and you will like it. Another unique thing about Aikatsu is that the characters have a main seiyuu that voice them in the anime, and a secondary singing voice that perform as idols in real life. Depending on their vocal range, they would sometimes sing for up to 5 or 6 characters, which is just incredible. This also brings me to my favorite part. Talking about the idols. During the run of Aikatsu and Aikatsu Stars, 2 idol groups were formed with members from Akihabara's Dear Stage called Star Anise and Aikatsu Stars. These were the idols that provided the singing voices for the characters and would be performing as them in live events. There were so many live events and festivals held throughout the run of the series, with the girls wearing nearly perfect replicas of the cords. These events drew huge crowds, children and adults alike. God, I wish that was me. It's crazy to see the pool that Aikatsu has, yet it's still relatively obscure in terms of idol franchises. Star Anise and Aikatsu Stars were especially memorable to me because of their overlap with other Dear Stage groups, such as Tempagumi Inc. and Mina. A dream of mine is to visit Dear Stage one day and maybe possibly meet Eri Aino, who sang for Sora Kazusawa. Both groups disbanded back in 2018, so I'll never be able to see them live, but that's why the Blu-rays exist. Many of the idols are still active either in Dear Stage or as soloists, and I really recommend Ruka Endo and Rie Fujishiro. A third group called Starry Planet debuted to coincide with the currently airing series Aikatsu Planet, but they're not Dear Girls. I was a little sad, but Aikatsu is ever evolving and changing with every iteration, and Aikatsu Planet is very ambitious in that aspect. Because the anime has live action elements as well, it makes sense why they would choose girls who could both act and perform at live events. In a sense, it mimics VTubers as well, right? Instead of using cards to create chords, they become their virtual avatars and promote as idols. Not very many anime have been able to succeed with live action aspects, but the premise is really interesting. The music is also really good, and I can't wait to hear more from Starry Planet. So, are you interested yet? You're interested, right? You better be! Watch Aikatsu and tell me who your favorite character is. Do it or else. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. It would really help a worm out. Bye bye!